Now let's continue the edit feature. So here, as you can see, in our button should be update supplier. Then here we can just use SID. So here we already have the script, but this is from the product, so I'll just update some values. So update supplier, then here the PID should be SID. So here sorry, shouldn't be here, should be in SID. So SID, and then also here should be an SID. So here we show the edit dialog, and then here we get first the current details of the selected supplier. So here this is a product, and let's just add a new file. Just call it supplier.php, then let's just copy the get product. Then here it's the same thing, we pass the ID, then here select all from. So here let's refresh suppliers, or ID equals the supplier ID. Then here we need to fetch the product set to the selected supplier, so we'll need to update. So we'll need to have the name of the product. Let's visit the products. So product name, then here the products.id. So here we'll need to have the products table, and then here product supplier, instead of product we'll use supplier, and product supplier that product is equals to products.id. So now we'll have, let's update this one, products, and then here products. So if we open our console and run the edit, so if we go to our network, as you can see, still get products. So let's update to the get supplier file, refresh, let's edit. As you can see here, we have the details of the suppliers, so Apple, and currently it has this product div, which is shown in this one, the ID. So now, so instead of product details, this will be supplier details. So instead of suppliers, this will be products. So here products, then here should be product options. So if we edit so as you can see here, we should also get all the suppliers. So here we don't have this data, the current suppliers or the suppliers list. So this variable disposes all the records from the tables. As you can see here, if we go, let's update this one, it's pull the products, so this will pull all the products record, and then this will be the data that we're going to insert in our products select input. So we go the products, then here insert of suppliers array, we'll just use products array. Then here this should be products, then here product and product name. So if we refresh, we edit, so the current supplier is not yet defined. So this is because it should be this one. So as you can see, let's try. So instead of suppliers list, it will be products list. Should be a PID P name. So here we need to check if the current products is equals to the ID, or it exists on our the current ID is exists inside the current products. Then we need to select it in our option. So let's copy ID. The sub name should be the P name. So let's refresh, edit the supplier option. This should be a product option. Fresh product details is not defined, so here should be this one. I'm sorry, supplier details, then this should be supplier name, then here supplier option, this should be options product details. So let's just set some of these, and then refresh, we edit. As you can see here, product name, well, it's not product name, but it's a supplier name. Then here, instead of suppliers, will be products. And then also let's review our add supplier page. So we only have the name, location, and then the email. So here let's remove some of these fields. Product option, then we'll need to have the location and the email address. So let's just copy the add supplier, this one, let's remove. Then here we'll need to add the value, so this will be supplier details, then supplier name. Let's just copy this one, paste, should be supplier location. Here will be an email. Let's refresh, edit, so you have the supplier name, location, email, and then the products. So now we have a button. This will trigger the click or the updating. So this here PID, this should be an SID, and instead of the supplier name will be the ID. So here if user will click the OK button, will trigger this edit supplier submit button, and then can just update this one. So supplier so once we hit the submit, this will trigger this save updated data, and it will submit the data to this file. So for now, let's just remove this. So instead of update products, let's just copy, then we'll update supplier.php. Database should be inside the database. Delete that inside. Update supplier.php. Then here update supplier. So here we'll just update our variables. So here instead let's get the names, or the form, the name attributes will have the supplier name, we have the location, we have the email, location, supplier name. Just copy and paste. And also here this should be products. So now we can just update our variable. So first here we'll need to copy this names attribute. First we'll need to, if they are set or not empty, then we'll get them, else we'll set it to this empty. So the PID, we also have the PID, but it should be the SID. Then here need to remove the product name description. This uploading, we don't need this one. Here we'll need to update the table, which is the suppliers, where here we can do the supplier only 3, since products is set in the junction table. So here we'll need clarification, name, email. So these are the tables or the name of columns in our suppliers table. So now we update the suppliers where ID is equals to our PID. It should be SID, supplier ID. Let's just specify this supplier. Then here we need to set the name. Supplier name will be this one. Supplier location and the email address. So now this will update the supplier. Then here this will delete the records for the product suppliers. So as you can see here, if we update the supplier, so if the user select more products, then we should also reflect that one inside our product suppliers table. So here we're product, so it's not a product, but it should be a supplier equals to our supplier ID. And now we need to look to our suppliers on this one, so it should be products. If is set products, so here let's just make this an array, since we need it to be an array. So products is set, then also need to update this one, should be the product ID. So here there's the product ID, the supplier will be the supplier ID. Then this will insert the record suppliers. So here we have the suppliers, so I think we are good to go. And it should be a lowercase s. The product name, we should be the supplier name. Let's just put this inside the it's not working, but let's try and see if this will work. So here let's add edit Apple to California to, let's just add this variable. As you can see, Milo product tree. So we have an error. So let's try to add the class for this one. So supplier add.php will get this. Not supplier but product n will use that class to render correctly. I think I'll just make a let's try to add the products. So this should, as you can see, it is rendered correctly. So now let's fix the issue on the supplier view. Yes, so instead of the new form data, let's just manually get the values or the field values. So we can use the JavaScript to pull the value. So products, then SID, email, so here we'll need to create an object. So this will be our keys, and just a note that these keys here, it should have the same name with this one, the post supplier name, since this will be the variable or the keys that will also be stored inside the post variable. So here you can do get element by ID. So if you can see here, we have set the IDs for each of the inputs. So here we can just paste the ID that inputs, then use the dot value property, then this will get the value of the input. So let's refresh and edit. So let's do update them. So it's still not working. Let's try to check. So the SID, so we don't have that. We have that input, but we need to set the ID value or the name of the ID. So let's try again. 222. Still not working. I think it's in the date supplier for each on line 29. So line 29, so let's look at the payload. So product is 10, but as you can see Apple 2, they are all correct. Name, ID, products, multiple. So for our products, we cannot get it using the document.id function. Well, we can do it, but we need, or it needs looping, and it involves selecting a loop that will loop to all the elements and see if each of the properties or options are selected, or it is selected, then it will be the value. So here we can use jQuery. This will automatically return an array of the selected product IDs. So if we refresh and we delete, edit, so if we saw it is updated, let's see, you can see, refresh, you can see they are set correctly and they are updated. So let's try the Nestle, just to date it, then here two, then let's try to select Milo and product 1. As you can see, Milo product 1 and the data are now updated. So let's try to update also the product. So let's just edit this one, then see or update efficient or multi products sent in choose file, just add a one, then as you can see here we have the multi-product sent. So basically that's it for editing suppliers data.